want to start off with your wet ingredients. You want a 1/3 cup of Crisco, 1 cup of sugar, 1 egg, 1 cup of milk, and a tablespoon of vanilla. You can go a half a tablespoon because I am cutting the recipe in half, but I like a lot of vanilla in my baked goods. Now once you cream all this together, it will kind of clump up with the Crisco. You can leave out the milk and cream it together, then add the milk, but it comes out just fine once all the ingredients are mixed together in the end. You want to just grab a standard hand mixer and mix everything together. Now you want to get your dry ingredients together. You want 1 1/4 teaspoon of baking soda, 2 cups of flour, a half a teaspoon of salt, and about 5 heaping tablespoons of cocoa. Now you can do more or less with the cocoa because I personally like a little bit more because I like a really rich chocolate. You want to mix the dry ingredients together until you kind of reach this type of kind of a light brown look. Now I like to sift all my dry ingredients after I've put them together. It just makes it a lot easier and quicker, and I just put it right into the wet ingredients. You just want to mix everything together with a hand mixer. Now once you get to the end of the dry ingredients, the mixture is going to start to be a little bit hard to mix with a hand mixer. So eventually you're going to want to grab a spoon and stir it up that way. Just clean off your mixer. Grab your spoon and you want to make sure you get all the dry ingredients around the bowl. And it should look like this once all the ingredients are incorporated. Now, of course, before you start everything, you want to make sure your oven is preheated to 375, and you'll bake each batch for about 10 minutes. Depending on how big you make them, some might take a little bit longer than that, but just keep checking them and just keep an eye on them. Now these first scoops that I do make a really big cookie for the whoopie pie, but you can of course make them a lot smaller, you can make them giant. It all depends on you, and that's the good thing about whoopie pies. this. You don't want to overcrowd because they will grow. Now for the filling, you're supposed to add fluff, but I didn't have any, so I just added about 3/4 cup of Crisco, 2 tablespoons of vanilla, 3/4 cup of confectionery sugar, and you're going to kind of add more or less depending on how much frosting you want. I always end up having to add a bit more of the confectionery sugar and the Crisco since I didn't have the fluff. But of course, once you have fluff, or if you have fluff, you can add that, and that will kind of help out with the amount of filling that you want or that you'll need. And you just want to use a standard hand mixer and mix everything together until it's nice and creamy. And I do prefer to have the fluff in it. I think it has such a nice creamy smooth texture and it's really good, but I didn't have any on hand, so it still came out pretty good. It's nice and creamy. And this is what the cookie part look like. They're kind of like cake cookie mixture. And this is the final product. And of course I needed to take a bite out of it. So I hope that you enjoyed this little cooking video, and I hope that you try it out. Whoopie pies are one of my favorite desserts, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye!